Alright, welcome back to the show, everyone. And I know everybody has been waiting for a third appearance of
I
Chris.
don't know about a waiting. But,
They've been waiting.
We're here.
We are here. I kept getting people at work asking me now.
Oh.
That's how big the podcast is getting. People at work are asking me.
I see you.
It's like, hey,
I
don't-
see you see the podcast.
don't say shit to the upper management. We've already talked shit about them. You can't know. They can't know.
Maybe on his part. I don't work there anymore.
You can talk as much shit as you want, but
I like a lot of
don't hurt me.
them. No, I like a lot of them. I'm not going to do that.
Alright, boy, you know how we start this podcast off. We're going to start it off. Y'all better crack one too, motherfuckers.
Let's see if we can get it sponsored.
No, hey, let's get sponsored by Juggernaut. If you know what Juggernauts are, leave it a like and leave it down in the comments so you can see who the true fans are. So, that literally our first podcast, or not podcast, our first YouTube show that me and Steven started was Gaming While Impaired.
Ooh.
Yes,
Gaming
sir.
While Impaired.
I came up with that name too. I was so happy with it. I'm still proud of that name. Gaming While Impaired.
I mean, that goes under so many different categories.
Exactly.
You
It
can
doesn't
drop
matter what you're impaired on.
Yeah.
It's the gaming.
Plugs.
Gaming while impaired. And it got awesome.
I feel like
I'm just going to say it got awesome because it was fun.
I feel like gaming while impaired is probably the only way that I game. Because, I'm one of those people personally. I don't play a lot of video games. I mean, I still have an Xbox 360 at the crib.
Yeah, PS4.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Well, 360 came out at the same time PS3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I got one grade ahead. That's it.
So, the only time I ever played video games was when I lived in the apartment with the boys, or when I'm out drinking at a friend's house, whatever. We'll throw a game of Madden in, or a game of 2K, or an MMA game. I got friends that play the UFC games.
Dude, that'd be
so
fun.
we'll go 3 rounds, and after 3 rounds, whoever wins, you know what I'm saying?
You gotta drink.
A shot.
Whoever loses, you gotta drink.
Yeah. FIFA. We used to actually
FIFA?
Bro.
Who the fuck plays FIFA?
FIFA. Shout out FIFA.
No, I had some friends go hard on the FIFA realm.
So I never paid attention to soccer growing up. I had plenty of friends that played it, and I went to the games. I even went to games and would watch because I had a couple friends that I would go support because they would support me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. But I never knew what was going on. I just knew that we were waiting on the goal to happen, and I'd stand up and cheer, and you know what I'm saying? Whatever. But
isn't it similar to hockey with certain foul lines and stuff?
The same exact, yeah. Except I don't know about with hockey, but in soccer, you can't be past the last defender without the ball.
Yeah. Same in hockey. So the puck has to cross the line first,
and then you can
then everybody else can
That's
cross.
just
that's an approachment zone. And
yep.
stuff. Yeah.
That's literally the same then. You
know? Okay.
Except for in soccer, you can't go behind the goals.
Oh, you can go behind the goal.
But I'm saying in soccer, the goal is usually the
it's out of bounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, I grew up watching hockey because I'm from Michigan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can tell, right? I'm from Michigan. But no, I moved here in 98. Yeah, about 98. 97, 98, depending on when we moved. But, yeah, I grew up watching the Red Wings. I watched the Detroit Lions. Yes, nice. I'm a Detroit Lions fan. They're terrible. I know. But it's like Panthers fans. But y'all have been to the Super Bowl, and we have never been to the Super Bowl. We've been in the NFL before the NFL was even the NFL.
You're gonna get off my team now. All right. I tell people all the time, I was born in Charlotte. I was born in CMC, Maine, in Charlotte. And the Carolina Panthers were established, both in 95.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. I don't give a fuck how bad we suck. I'm here for the good years. I'm here for the bad years. Panther fan for life. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it.
You heard what team I just told you?
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. Anybody that wants to talk shit. That's my
Do you
team.
know anybody that likes the Lions?
I have a buddy that is from lower side of Detroit and diehard just Detroit fan. You know what I'm saying? Those people, you can't tell them anything. To be honest.
Well, you can tell me anything. I know our team sucks.
I'm just saying, when it comes to you just admitted, know your team sucks.
Yeah.
You can't tell them that their team sucks.
No.
It might be a shock to them. They're gonna look at you and be like, "You
really?"
Yeah, you're gonna word.
It's we didn't know.
Thanks for telling me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the Browns. The Browns are like, yeah, we know.
I mean, it's a stigma.
It is, and it's I don't know if you heard about the Detroit Lions curse.
have not.
There's a curse.
There's always something like that, though.
Oh yeah, and I think the curse just ended.
I say Yankees just got over theirs.
Hey, the curse just was ended from the time frame that the person cursed the team. Mm-hmm. So before the NFL was even around, it was because the Detroit Lions were around, the Dallas Cowboys, the Green Bay Packers, I think, were around before that. Steelers. Yeah. So these
New York Giants, I think.
And then the Lions were unbeatable, basically. They were like top dog. Never been to the fucking Super Bowl. Ever. And the funny thing is, our quarterback left and went to LA Rams. And guess who just won the fucking Super Bowl? The LA Rams.
That was weird.
Because Stafford is a fantastic quarterback.
Yeah.
But they couldn't
have anybody around
him. So pissed. But
welcome to being a Panthers fan.
No, I've been a Lions fan.
But I'm just saying, that's how we are. So, like, we had Jake Delhomme.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. Great quarterback.
He was a great quarterback.
Up until his last couple years.
Exactly.
We've had Cam Newton. We've had Steve
Cam
Smith.
Steve Smith's not a quarterback.
But it doesn't matter. I'm just talking about, like, standout players. We've had Steve Smith. We've had Cam Newton. We've had
Well, Cam Newton still got to prove something. Like, come on now.
You can't deny him his first 3 years. I don't care how mad.
No, he was good. He took us to the Super Bowl.
I don't care how mad you get at the guy. I don't care how much you hate him. You cannot deny him his first 3 years.
They went to the Super Bowl.
But I'm just saying, like,
they went to the
so we'll go ahead and put him up there as one of the greats from the Panthers. Not of all time, but from the Panthers. We've only had a couple. We got Jake Delhomme. We got damn, I just blinked.
Oh, big bug.
Seen that.
Smack it. It's just a moth. Don't be scared of it.
I'm not.
Don't be scared.
Fuck him up.
If my cousin, I really wish my cousin was here right now because he started screaming.
Yeah, and I'm good with bugs. I just don't have my hat on. I usually like.
That looks like a flying cockroach. Not gonna lie, but go ahead.
Fuck him. I don't know. All right.
Yeah, you had Jake Delhomme, you had Cam Newton, you had Steve Smith.
Yeah, and then you had hell yeah.
I ain't drunk enough. Shit.
Fuck yeah. Then
I
you got
have to smack the fuck out of that thing. What was it?
It looked like a June bug, but
it looked like a giant ass cockroach.
Oh,
we're gonna watch that on the camera. All it's gonna see is a blur right here, a minute ass smacking it.
I'm telling you.
Out the door too.
Only had a few, so like you know what I'm saying.
Kuechly.
Yeah, we've had Kuechly.
McCaffrey.
Yeah. I'll give it to him too. Greg Olsen
was a fantastic tight end.
Julius Peppers.
You know
what I'm saying? So we've had a few, but
Winky.
Whenever you think about those players, you also have to think about different eras of the Carolina Panthers team. We either had it was Julius Peppers and Jake Delhomme, and then Steve Smith came like later on.
What was that defensive corner? What was the cornerback's name who left?
The dude that went to the Seahawks.
Yes.
His
name. But he was good until he went to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
it didn't fit his style of play, but he was good.
God, that's
Norman.
Yeah, Josh Norman. Yep. So we've had a few, but when you think about them, it's like you have one offensive star, one defensive star, and you never think about when you think about a football team like the Green Bay Packers or
Patriots,
the Steelers or the Patriots, they have multiple names on both sides of the field, like almost at all times.
Yep.
So we've had very good players that have stayed loyal to our team and have stayed there and done their job, but we just can't build. We are not a building team. We don't, for some reason, up until recently, we don't have the fucking fundamentals to build a solid team.
Okay, well, Riverboat Ron took y'all to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
He did.
I like
fuck
Ron.
They got rid of him. I have no idea. But think about the Lions.
I think he stepped down, bro. You want to talk about a conspiracy real fast?
So, Lions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Number one, in my book, obviously I'm a little biased because I'm a Lions fan. Number one offensive player in the history of the NFL, Barry Sanders.
Very true.
If not top three. I mean, there's arguments for the Dallas Cowboys. Joe Montana, or
solid pick.
No, what was the other running back dude's name? Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was wide receiver. No. What was the dude's name?
That was a running back.
OT.
Yeah, the guy that passed away.
Yeah.
That was a running back or a corner, safety, one of the two.
I don't remember, but one of the best offensive players in the history of the sport, or arguably, I can say arguably easily, because there's so many good fucking players.
Everybody's gonna argue now.
Odell Beckham Jr. is fantastic. I got you, you woke ass fucking bitches. But when you watched Barry Sanders run, you were like, what the fuck is that? Because he had nothing. He had no good line. He had a shitty ass quarterback who had to dodge people behind the line of scrimmage. He had to juke out people behind the line of scrimmage. Yeah. Like, how fucking shitty is your line?
That's just like, I mean, arguably, if you think about it like that, Mike Vick.
That's who I was thinking of. Michael Vick.
Mike Vick, great
No,
quarterback.
I wasn't thinking of Michael Vick. Michael Vick's the one who went to prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Great quarterback, but like...
Well, he was a good running quarterback, too.
He had no offensive line.
Exactly. He had no choice.
He couldn't even take a 3-step drive without having 5 people in his face.
We had Stafford, who was a fantastic quarterback. I mean,
talk shit about Stafford all you want.
He's a tough-ass motherfucker. Like, he fucking threw a ball and smacked the defender's helmet, broke all 3 of these fingers, kept throwing. Mm-hmm. He didn't give a shit. He just wrapped him up and kept throwing. He fractured his collarbone, kept throwing. He's got hit or some spinal injury, kept throwing. Leg injury, kept throwing. Ankle injury, kept throwing. I was like, the fuck?
He's never really had a terrible percentage either.
You know what the other one as well that we fucked up on when we had Stafford? His only target? We had Reggie Bush for a minute, but...
Oh, y'all had...
Reggie Bush faded.
Y'all had Megatron, didn't you?
Yes, sir, we did.
Y'all had Megatron. I forgot about that.
Fucking Calvin Johnson was a monster. They did an E60 on him. They said he could cover a 2-car garage standing still by jumping. Yeah. Like,
have you seen DJ Metcalf?
Who's that?
He is a wide receiver, I do believe. He's a wide receiver for the National Football League. And the dude is more jacked than most of the linebackers in the league. Dude literally
What does he do?
He's a wide receiver.
No, you said wide receiver already.
You're good. So like a wide receiver, like, you know, usually they're nice and thin.
And fast.
Like muscular, but more of like the petite size, like muscular.
Nah. He looked like Ray Lewis, but as a receiver.
Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. No disrespect, Ray. Please don't. You know what I'm saying?
But he's gonna watch this.
But this dude's arms are literally the size of Ray Lewis's fucking head.
So Dwayne Johnson.
Dude is huge, man. And
Dwayne Johnson
is
a
fast and he's agile.
Shit.
Like, he's a true wide receiver, but he's just like he eats raw eggs all shell for breakfast, like just straight out of the carton. Just
that Rocky Balboa shit.
There's no way you get that big without doing some shit like that.
You eat raw livers, is what you do. Yeah.
I'm not eating a byproduct of an animal. It's 2022.
Oh, I'll eat a liver in a heartbeat.
It's 2022. I ain't eating no byproduct of any animal.
Oh, I'll eat a liver in a heartbeat.
No livers, no gizzards, no fucking chitlins.
Well, you know the science behind the livers, right? Like it's the most nutritious part of any animal you eat.
You know, people say that, right?
No, it's proven.
I know, but I'm just saying.
People don't just say it, it's proven.
People say that.
People say that. People also say...
When you think about a liver, what does a liver do?
Filters.
Yeah.
But
so you're telling me that something sits in your body, conspiracy number 1. You're telling me that something sits in your body for X amount of years, however long something lives, and all it does is separate toxins from nutrition.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have toxins stored away in it?
Because it couldn't. It would be a terrible filter if you had to replace it.
And see, that's the thing. So, like, I mean, even some sort of, you know, like, I get that it's supposed to clean itself out, just like your lungs are supposed to, like, you know, like, kind of, like, filter themselves. Yeah. But even to a non-smoker, somebody like me that's never, like, smoked cigarettes or whatever, like, I guarantee you, like, even somebody who doesn't smoke weed or vapes, they've got some sort of, like, film in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So you can't tell me a liver is healthy.
It is.
Conspiracy number 1. I'm telling you.
I'm telling you, well.
I know, I get
apparently, like, you know how wolves, like, they're always in a pack? Mm-hmm. The alpha always eats the liver. He's the only one that's allowed to eat it because he is the head of the pack.
It's supposed to be, like, the best
thing
for you.
It is the healthiest part of the animal, according to science, which I'm a retard. I don't know anything about science.
No, but I mean, I've never heard that. That makes sense. You know, with what it does, I guess that would make sense as to why it would be the most healthy. But, like, to me, as a person... But
think about it, is, like, the dog's sense of smell is 10 times stronger than humans, right? Mm-hmm. They can train dogs to smell cancer.
Yeah.
So they can train dogs to smell COVID now. They've trained dogs to smell if you have COVID. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you can't tell, the dog will tell you.
Even apparently, dogs can detect COVID, or not COVID, cancer better than the tests that we have for cancer do.
You believe a dog has sixth sense?
Probably.
I'm asking. Like,
probably.
Because, like, you know, they say dogs and stuff can sense, like, spirits and, like...
Oh, yeah. No,
like, the sixth sense is in, like,
yeah.
they can feel, like...
Yes.
That extra shit.
But I feel like the only reason that they can do that is because they're on a lower wavelength, like, mentally.
I feel that.
Like, they're
More
very simple-minded creatures. Yeah. They don't have to second-guess everything. It's just overthink everything, yeah. You know, it's just... It's there. That's what they know. They know what they know, type of thing.
And they're actually, whenever it comes push to shove, they don't go to what they learned. They go straight back to an instinctual.
Yeah. You leave a dog outside, it'll go rabid. You cannot pet that dog. You can't take care of that dog until it trusts you. Until you become a part of its pack.
I feel that. And
but that's like one of the main things. Like the animal can smell literally the healthiest part of their prey.
And
so the dog's not gonna. They're
not gonna feed the alpha.
No,
shit.
They're not gonna give it the work. They're not gonna give it the damn anal tract.
If I don't trust the scientists that say it's healthy, I damn sure don't trust the animals. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, like, to me, as a human, as somebody who likes to say that I think logically, like, it's really hard to tell me that something spends its entire life. Like me, I drink a lot of tequila. You can't tell me that my liver is still the healthiest part of my body.
You're not an animal that's being hunted down. You gotta think, the animal's not smoking. It's not drinking. All it's doing is eating grass.
Yeah, so on a human, is your liver still...
No. The liver is not the healthiest part of me.
Okay, so that answers that. That throws that theory out the window, because that's what I was kind of like aiming toward. Was like the liver is like the healthiest organ.
No, not on humans, because we fill our bodies with so much shit. Yeah. So, but literally, apparently, you can...
On an animal, that makes sense.
Yes.
Because they eat a lot of grain.
Exactly. They're not drinking, they're not smoking, they're not
Straight
getting
water.
into... Yeah, they're literally drinking water. So it's not really filtering that much. It's working properly, but when the liver filters, it doesn't keep the bacteria in it, according to so-and-so science that I remember slightly from. But it literally filters that shit out, too. It doesn't hold on to it, because that would infect the filter.
Yeah.
The filtration system.
For sure. I mean, which makes sense. Like, that's the same reason people still eat chicken gizzards. Like, the part where they...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand about that.
Well, the same like mental process goes behind that is that gizzard, the way that it's built, is it's hard enough it's actually harder on the inside than it is on the outside. And that gizzard on the inside actually, like, where the stone lays...
Yeah.
It doesn't get damaged.
Is that true? Where, like, they swallow rocks to get in there?
And that's how they beat their food up, because chickens don't have teeth. They don't have tongues.
Well, they do have teeth, kind of.
No, they don't. They got a beak.
I thought they had teeth in the inside of the beak.
No, I had chickens.
I
mean, they might have, like, some, like, rigid...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Maybe,
like
but, like, when they
not
eat...
individual.
When a chicken eats... Because I had chickens growing up. When a chicken eats, it pecks the ground, it picks up whatever it, like, and it just swallows it. Like, just like a worm. It'll pick it up and just bloop, and it's, like, gone. And that gizzard does actually have a stone in it, whether it be one that they swallow, or I think some of them actually are, like, born with, like, it's kind of like a bone, I guess, that gets...
Cartilage?
Whatever.
Well, no, cartilage wouldn't be hard. It's
only supposed to break up grain.
Yeah.
So it's not supposed to... I mean, I guess it's supposed to be, like, super hard. I've always heard they swallow rocks. You know what I'm saying? But they literally just, like, when they walk around, they just beat it up, and it's weird. But that gizzard apparently has such a hard and good, like texture to the inside that it doesn't allow it to get, like, scratched or scraped where, like, food gets caught in it. There's no, like, infection. It's considered like a healthy part of the body.
It's a proper functioning part of the body.
People say that about chitlins too, and I'll never eat.
I will never eat chitlins. I don't care what you say. I'm not eating chitlins. We went over to my wife's grandpa and grandma's house, and they had chitlins. My brother-in-law, the one who's long hair, he's taller than me. He was eating chitlins like it was no tomorrow. And you know what else he got and tried because the grandpa recommended it? Which I'll never fucking eat because of the concept.
Please say liver mush.
No. What? I'll eat liver mush. Actually, I don't know. Liver mush is disgusting. Is that not like block of like brown? Yeah, no, I won't eat that. Pig feet. Yeah.
No byproducts of animals.
Pig feet.
Dude, I get it.
You know where those fucking things have been.
Well, okay,
walking around their own shit.
Well, they dehoof them.
I don't.
It's just
so gross.
When you think about a pig's feet,
you can dehoof it all you want, but it's the memories there.
When you think about a pig's foot, you're supposed to think about like a crab leg. I'm just saying. So like their foot is apparently so hard and so like kind of like a dog's paw that when they break that open when they break that open and they get that inside, that actual pig feet that you eat, it's just like tendons and the juice. So it's like a crab leg. So like yes, no, you're right. Never in my entire life will I ever or have I ever tried a pig's foot, but I've looked up why they're still eaten, and it's because they're like it's like a straight muscle. It's like there's no cartilage fat, there's no bone. It's straight just muscle, like a crab.
Yeah, but he wasn't eating he wasn't just like eating just like a pig's foot. It was a pickled pig's foot.
I can't pickle anything.
I eat pickles. I love me some pickles, bowl.
The only thing I like vinegar on is my barbecue. Remember that.
Hey,
vinegar barbecue, North Carolina style.
If you don't eat pickles with your barbecue, there's something wrong, bowl. Them pickles are fire.
We all know there's something wrong with me, so we'll just go ahead and chalk that up to the loss.
Alright, so pickles. I know you came in. You even told me that you were going to prepare a little bit. You even told me. So we're already what? We're already 20 minutes in just rambling. And that's free ball. He's prepared. This is the first prepared podcast on the Oakley Show.
I'm only slightly prepared because I brought a few things to bring up.
It's just a few.
One of them I'm very fucking pissed off / like intrigued about.
Oh, pissed off and intrigued. That's the best combo though.
It's
because that's what keeps you into it.
It's so frustrating.
I'll smoke the bag.
It's so frustrating at the same time, right?
All right. So what? We're going to get back into conspiracy theories. We're going true to our roots. Because last time we did not go into conspiracy theories. We were just reminiscing. Which we could easily do this podcast. We've already started doing it for the first fucking 22 minutes. Like, we literally just watched old game film of football that I was a senior and he was a freshman in. He didn't even remember he was in the game.
He was like, yo, you said you weren't in this game. Hit play. I was like, wait. First play of the game. First kickoff. I was like, wait.
Hold
Back that up.
Back it up.
Pause it. I said, that is me.
That's me right there. And that bitch kept targeting you the entire game.
You want to talk about my freshman year in high school because I was such a fucking goof?
Oh, man. That's good shit right there, though.
Yeah. So conspiracies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did you see that here recently the U.S. actually had its first open UFO, like, I'm trying to think about what it's called, like council meeting?
No.
You know how like, all right, so whenever you're in a city or a state, we'll say Union County actually holds, like, judicial hearings to where, like...
meetings, town meetings.
Yes,
like that,
right? So we had one as a nation.
Well, when was this?
Exactly, right?
I was not invited.
Right? So we had one as a nation, apparently, at the Supreme Court. And apparently it's the
Why
first...
are you writing that in?
It looks better.
Okay.
It looks better. I don't know.
I would have lit that in.
Yeah.
That looks more like a mouthpiece.
It does.
Did you fuck up?
I didn't.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I don't know why I do a lot of things. I just do them, and then like I just, you know what I'm saying? It looks better. Anyway, so we had our first national UFO conference meeting.
Was Putin there?
No.
I didn't think so. Was he invited?
Probably not right now. Probably knows a lot about the aliens, but probably not right now.
You know for a fact he smokes weed with an alien right now.
Oh, dude, if anybody has met aliens, it's either Joe Rogan, Vladimir Putin.
No, because Joe Rogan would tell everybody. He really wouldn't. Oh, he would.
I'll be honest with you, with as much shit as Joe Rogan gets on a day-to-day basis, just being himself, if he was to ever come out and say that he had contact with aliens without physical proof, which they're obviously, if I know they're real, but let's just say if they're real for y'all who don't believe, whatever. If aliens are real, they're also not going to let you have physical proof that they're real.
Well,
so he would never risk his already slightly torn reputation.
It's not torn though.
It is to the public. So
nope.
Like he has his select group of followers, and he has his people that love Joe Rogan.
Do you know how big is select?
But I'm just saying. But there are also a lot of people out here that don't like him, and there are also, it's not even the people that I'm worried about. It's the groups. There are certain groups in America that have a lot of power, and once that group decides that they don't like you, then you are kind of a target until you're outcast, because in all reality there are certain groups that will push until they're all, like, people are tired of hearing it.
Have you ever seen John Wick?
No.
Watch John Wick, that's Joe Rogan, just so you know. But can fight way better. So I ain't worried about it. So the thing is, Joe Rogan would 100%, as soon as he found out that the aliens were real, 100%, like 100%, no doubt about it. He would. He even said he would become president just to be like, hey, bitch, are aliens real?
I swear. But they won't tell the president.
No, they won't. But
there's a black book.
Yeah, look at it this way. Okay, so there's people that work in the government for how many years, right?
You can be on the council for as many years as you're re-elected.
Non-elected members is what I'm talking about.
I don't know. But I'm just saying, as a council member
but
in the Supreme Court, you can sit there for 60 years.
Yeah, normal career job, 40 years. Why would you tell a part-time employee about?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
about
4 years.
Aliens.
There's this thing called a black book, and like actually President Obama, to be honest with you, was the first person to actually publicly say anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't even publicly, as in like in an interview or like in an actual like electoral speech or during one of his addresses to the like public. But there was an interview that was had with him, and it was like a private, like, you know, they probably have a video out there somewhere of it, but it was more just like celebrities, and they were all like visiting, and you know what I'm saying. And somebody actually asked him like if aliens were real, just like straight up, yo, are aliens real? And he straight up said, like, I can neither confirm nor deny.
He didn't do that with a group of people. He did that on the Tonight Show.
Was it?
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, he probably was smart enough to ask the question.
Yeah.
And because of the silence on the question, gathered his own like logical explanation of it rather than like being actually told.
Either that, or we just had the first president ever troll us.
I don't know, man. Like, people give Obama shit.
No,
people
I don't give Obama
but I'm saying,
shit.
A lot of
Obama
people,
wasn't bad.
A lot of people do give Obama shit, but like, I don't think that he would lie to us about some shit that's like, people have been locked in the loony bin. Like, there are people nowadays that have been locked in the loony bin for like an extended amount of time because they went and said that they seen aliens, and they swore up and down that they seen aliens, or we'll just say Bigfoot, whoever.
Yeah.
There are people out here that swear
Squatch.
up and down that they have seen these things, and to the point where you drive yourself to being what you consider clinically insane. Either you have brought some proof to their eyes and they're trying to shut you up, or you actually know some shit, and by knowing some shit like that, I feel like it would
like Bob Lazar.
It would fuck you up.
Have you watched the Bob Lazar documentary?
Of course.
Thank you, Jesus.
I've watched Bob Lazar, everything, even the Joe Rogan podcast.
Fucking talking
both
about
of them.
Did you see how twitchy he was on that podcast?
Yeah.
He was terrified.
But you know what's crazy about that too, though, is like, so I feel like Bob Lazar is like obviously paranoid about like the government. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, but rightly so.
Oh yeah, right. So that would make you twitchy enough. You
that's
know,
what I'm saying.
What most
he
people
looked
like.
Terrified.
That's what most people blow it off as.
No, the man looked scared.
But I
scared
feel like
shit.
this man literally has like decoded something major.
Well,
other than just the rockets or whatever they tell us he's been working on, I feel like he's actually found some shit that is undeniably true to where it has bothered him to where he's like that.
Yeah, but there's one part that recently where on Jerry he brought up Bob Lazar, and he's like, "Did you watch the Bob Lazar episode?" Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, "Yeah, but the Bob Lazar thing," and then he brought up a point. He's like, "I'll tell you why he did that." No, I won't, because I can't say that on here. And then he's like, "We're gonna cut for a second." And he tells him, what was his name? It's the dude that's on there all the time that always calls out, and he doesn't call him out like meanly. He always like talks about David Goggins and shit. He's a physicist. What the fuck's his name?
Not Peterson. Peterson's been on there like a couple times, but I'm pretty sure he's the
he's not a physicist.
No, I was about to say he's the
Jordan Peterson is a psychologist.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he's a psychologist.
Like I told you, bro, I've been slack about watching Joe Rogan lately.
What? He's been on multiple times.
See,
he always reads poems at the end, or like sing a song.
I haven't seen that. Cause see, for me, like I'm
What's his name? God Almighty.
I'm so behind on the Joe Rogans. You're good.
I gotta look.
You're good. I had to text them back.
Oh look.
Sorry about the podcast.
I don't know if I showed you that again or not.
So
Tell me that doesn't look like me,
Jesus
but maybe.
I can't wait to have a little youngin.
Dude, I'm
my
telling
little
you.
youngin is gonna be so
That's
much.
my boy right there. Let's see if it focuses. Look at them discs. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Boy, I cannot wait to
I'm making the screen twitch.
I can't wait to have a little human. He's gonna be so different.
Oh, he's gonna be awesome. I know, hands down, he's gonna be awesome.
He's so different. I don't give a fuck if he ever plays sports ever in his life.
I don't give a shit if he plays sports or not, but
he's gonna be one of those weird kids, and if you pick on him, he's not gonna shoot the school up. He's gonna throw the ones, because I'm teaching him at a young age. Don't start no shit, but don't take no shit.
Lex Friedman. That's his damn name.
I watched one of his. I watched
the
first one that they did, because it was, if I'm not mistaken, the first one that they did was either right before or right after like the first one with Joey Diaz.
Joey Diaz.
So,
alright, listen here, cocksucker.
I love Joey Diaz. His motivational shit.
But it's Motivational Monday, bitches.
I swear to God, for some reason that is the most like inspirational shit for me, because I want somebody to be real with me. Like I want somebody to feel like it's genuine.
Oh yeah, and fucking Joey Diaz is as genuine as you can get. You remember, or did you hear? He was talking. We're talking all about the JRE today, but he was saying like Joey Diaz was done. He was just doing podcasts now. He was done with stand up, and then he got Joey Diaz to go on Bert Kreischer's tour. And Bert Kreischer's tour is going on right now. I wish we could go to it.
Talk about the Russian
dude.
machine.
The machine. You know he made a movie.
No.
He made the Machine story a movie.
Oh, that's fire.
He made a fucking movie. I cannot wait for that to come
fire.
out, dude. When I found out about fucking Bert Kreischer, I was living in the basement of my parents' house.
Man, I literally.
That was fucking over 7 years ago.
I ain't even gonna lie to you. About 2 years ago, before TikTok blew up, because I've only had TikTok for about a year, I seen a Facebook video. Because I've been on Facebook for a while, and I only get on Facebook every now and then, but I seen a Facebook video that was like a stitch of the Two Bears One.
Oh, I love Two Bears One Cave.
Right?
Dude.
So it was a stitch of that.
You gotta listen to Two Bears One Cave.
So I watched that stitch on Facebook. And it was the stitch where they're sitting there. He's got his big thermos.
Just the Kool-Aid?
Yeah. And can I tell you, I've never laughed so hard in my life.
So, I got a story about that too. But it wasn't the stitch. I'm literally, uh-oh, what the fuck?
They hear us talking about him. Every time.
The aliens are, every time we're fucking on a podcast, shit goes down. Alright, we're gonna get back to conspiracy theories after this. What the fuck? The light out there just went out.
I'm trying not to pay attention.
It's back on. Okay.
Well, at least when I come, I want to be high, bro. Like, alright, so when you come, if I'm not high, smoke a blunt with me before you pick my brain. Because I promise you it'll be more fucking intriguing after I do this.
So, I started listening to Two Bears One Cave about 2-3 years ago.
Fine.
When Bert Kreischer went on JRE and with... it was Sober October, and they were talking about it was Ari Shaffir, Bert Kreischer, Tom Segura, and Joe Rogan. That was it. I think that's the trio.
Yes.
And I was fucking. They were talking about Two Bears One Cave. So I started watching it. And every time there's no JRE episode out, I listen to Two Bears One Cave, so I catch up on that. And the fucking Kool-Aid episode comes out,
dude.
I'm driving to a homeowner's appointment at 7 fucking o'clock in the morning.
Crying.
I was going down the road, wiping my eyes like, what the fuck?
When I seen that, I looked at the comments.
Oh my god.
And I don't ever look at the comments. When I seen that video, I looked at the comments, found dude's name, found out what the fuck that podcast was called, and watched just that episode like 6 times. And then when I got tired of that episode, the next one that it like, because I watch YouTube a lot.
Yeah.
The next one, the recommended video was The Machine. And I was like,
you've never seen The Machine story?
Not up until that point.
Oh, which one did you watch? Did he have a shirt on?
No.
Not the best one.
The one that I watched, he was on tour, and he was telling it.
Yeah.
He was like, you know what? I wasn't even going to tell this, but I'm going to tell it now. And it was like probably one of the first times he actually like told it live or whatever.
No, that was when he started doing shirt off. It was well after he became a lot more successful. The best time that he told the story is when he was pretty much unknown. Like
nobody was on a big stage when I seen it.
Yeah,
because we actually watched the hour-long special, and it was on that one, The Machine.
Yeah, yeah.
It was that comedy special.
That comedy special. That was when he was blowing up.
Yeah.
The one before that is my favorite telling of it because of the way he told it. He told it like a story that you would hear, like you're just sitting around like a campfire and your buddy's telling you a story. That's what it felt like.
That's fire.
And
he has that vibe too.
He does. He does have that. But now it's more tweaked and manipulated to be punchier, joke written.
I don't know if it's like, so when it comes to like comedians, I always feel like me and Cody, one of my best friends, actually had this conversation the other day. We were talking about Kevin Hart. And, you know, Kevin Hart and Cat Williams.
Cat Williams is fucking funny as shit.
First 2 specials.
You ever drink with your white friends? Don't ever drink with your white friends.
Oh, I'm saying, Pimpin' Chronicles was that shit, right?
They put coffee in their shot so you don't know if you want to fall over or you want to stand the fuck up.
Boy, he was talking about Jaeger bombs, and I feel that. He said they drinking energy drinks and liquor. He said, I don't know if I'm too drunk to stay awake, but I can't pass out.
Because I'm too hyper to pass out.
I'm telling you, man. But like, what we were talking about is, it's not that, you know, it's not that their like jokes get like not funny, or it's not that they get old. It's that they're predictable. So like with artists, they're predictable, and you like that because you usually listen to an artist for their lyricism or their beats, and they're going to be consistent in those 2 things for their entire career.
Yeah.
You look for that in music and for like acting. You look for those things, but like in comedy, I feel like that's why people get not funny. We were talking about that.
That's the thing. It's still a funny story,
but it's predictable.
It doesn't matter. The story is still fucking hilarious. Like I can watch. Okay, so one of my favorite YouTubers is very, very small YouTuber. Well, I'm way smaller than him. That was not intended to be
like and subscribe.
Rude. Please, for the love of God, like and subscribe so I can do this full time because I'm trying to leave places. Hey, we didn't say that.
I enjoy everybody there, but
hey, I'm supporting the brand right now. See that?
I'm still gonna say it
because I like this.
I don't care if I worked it.
I'm just supporting this brand.
I like everybody there. Shout out to even Tommy, the owner. What's up, dude?
What up? Tommy's not the owner.
Whatever.
Mr. Barefoot's the owner.
The boss, man.
Used to be owner. Tommy was a hire manager.
What's happening? But I'm still gonna say fuck.
What's happening? What's up? Okay, so the reason I was talking about Olin Rogers now at that point, but Olin Rogers tells a story about his family and the way he fucking tells it. Every time I can watch it a million times, it's the way he tells it. It makes me feel like I'm with my family because it feels like it's something that could happen with my family.
Even like, so when you say that, you're not watching the same video or the same 2 videos. You're watching like each time he tells that joke, even in different stand-ups.
No, Olin Rogers, I'm watching the same video.
Well, see, that's the thing. So
yeah.
that's the thing. When you think about comedians, like when you think about Cat Williams,
they tell it's different times. They got to manipulate it to make it funnier. And
whenever
like
you watch like the original Cat Williams, the fucking like all the white people jokes are like fucking hilarious because you've never heard it in the way that he delivers it.
Yeah.
But then like later on in his career, obviously he's still going to sway toward that because that's his style. That's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
But the manipulation that like most people think is like somebody going like being a celebrity. I feel like it's just you getting used to the way that they tell jokes because it's the same joke or same type of joke, just like said in a different way. And like that first time you heard it, just like a high. Nothing's ever gonna be.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I didn't know if it's because like you know how when you hear a remake of a song and it's never as good as the original. Yeah. But
out.
The way he tells it, I'm honest. Like I'm very honest with myself too, because I know I get a lot of shit wrong.
Yeah.
So I try to ignore the whole biases and stuff as best as I can. Like I mean, I'm still gonna be biased towards certain things, and it's human nature. But I've listened to that story told 15 different ways, and for some reason the way he tells it, and the one where he released that video. He was the one who posted it, and that's how he started going viral. It was a machine story. Yeah. It was that version.
The machine.
It was that version.
Yeah.
It's still the best to me because of the way because it feels more authentic.
He's probably fucking super excited about telling it.
Yeah.
Probably
yeah.
Never told it before.
He's tired of telling it now.
That's what I'm saying. He probably never told it before. He probably had that enthusiasm. Like
well, because it felt authentic.
Yeah.
And then like all the other ones, it felt like he felt like you were around a new group of friends who he's never told the story to. So you're already a part of the story. Like, oh, you should have told it the way you used to tell it. Type of vibe, because you with stand-up, it kind of feels like you're connected to them because they're telling like personal stories and shit.
Oh, and you can personally connect with them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the whole reason you get.
Exactly. That's the only reason. Like, dude.
A lot of people are making fun of your life. That's why you laugh.
Speaking of comedy, we got to go to the Comedy Zone up in Charlotte because
I heard it's fire.
Brendan Schaub's going to be there, and you know who Brendan Schaub is. UFC contender, heavyweight, fucking badass, funny as shit.
Word.
I'm
down. I'm always down to do shit, but the
reason he decided to get out of the fighting industry is because he didn't have a passion for it anymore, and it was a good idea because he was good. Well, not that good.
Especially now that what you say heavyweight.
Oh yeah. He wasn't going to be pro class.
Well, see, that's the reason I didn't fucking wrestle, bro. I didn't wrestle in high school because I was 185.
Yeah.
My tall, lanky ass at 185.
Yeah, that's the thing. You got no weight to drop.
Would have got ripped.
You would have wrestled fucking Parker Von Negedy and got destroyed.
That's why I didn't wrestle. Because at 185, as a tall, lanky, skinny dude, like, you're going to get fucked.
Dude, Parker Von Negedy, he is the #1 wrestler to this date. I graduated in this state. Yeah. State.
That's what I'm saying.
He went to Piedmont.
That's why I didn't. Cause,
guess what he does now?
Yeah.
He's a Navy SEAL.
That's dope.
Yeah. You don't fuck with him. I heard he's gay. I don't know if that's true. Parker, if you watch this, leave a comment and say, I'm not fucking gay. I'll believe you. Because I don't want you to beat my ass. I could probably outrun you, though. So.
Even if you are, bro, who cares?
Nah, I can't outrun him anymore. I'm just faster than at the start, and then I'm fat now, so you'll catch me eventually. Because
even if you are, who fucking cares, bro? If they care, tell them come talk to me.
Yeah, I don't give a shit if you're gay either. But let's get back to the conspiracy theories. Because we're already 40 minutes into the podcast.
Alright. Fuck conspiracy theory for 2 seconds, right? Let's talk about this Collecticon festival I went to, right? It's not a conspiracy because this actually happened. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let me get this off my chest real fast. So I was super excited about going, like, went and nerded out, you know what I'm saying? Dressed up in my Akatsuki stuff, had my, like...
Has his Akatsuki stuff on.
Had my Itachi necklace on.
Did you have your scratched out bandana?
Yes, sir. I still got his ring on right now because I can't get rid of it. But
speaking of that, I'm going to get a Sharingan tattoo right here. Right here.
Fire. Which one? Just like the normal Sharingan with the 3?
Maybe I might go... I'm probably just gonna do 3 because it's not as complicated. Yeah. And it's a little bit. It's subtle.
Well, it's like the Uchihas. Like, that's like the brand. Yeah. Yes. Because when you get the Mangekyo, whichever Mangekyo Sharingan you get, it's for that character.
Exactly.
I would like an Itachi one so bad.
I like.
Fuck with Itachi. That's my homie. I got his poster.
I kind of like Kakashi Sensei's as well.
Obito's. Yeah, that's fire. His Mangekyo was fire, bro.
But I really enjoyed the first time I saw it though when
Sasuke first
got it.
Just, like, opened his eyes.
Yeah, he was like I was like, oh shit!
That was just the 2.
I know.
Yeah, that was just the up and down.
Yeah, I want the 3. I want the 3.
Yes, sir. Gotta get the 3.
You gotta get the 3 because that's fully. That's the full thing. But that's like underneath the Angels and Demon battle. Word. And it's gonna be that.
I have a couple tattoos that I want to get. But I gotta get a transmission first.
Alright, so back to your story at Comic-Con.
Go to Comic-Con because Jiraiya Sensei. Alright, so they
Jiraiya? Pervy Sage?
Hold on.
Did you just say Pervy Sage?
That's what I'm saying, right? Alright, so my buddy called me. My buddy RJ. Shout out RJ for fucking calling
me. Dude, I had chances to get tickets to that shit.
You should have went. It was dope. See, the problem was...
I didn't have the money, though.
So, to be honest with you... Alright, so that's what we're going to talk about, right? We're going to talk about money. literally, it's been bugging the fuck out of me, right? Real shit. Like, I kind of lost a lot of respect for, like, voice actors. Because it was my first, like, anime Comic-Con festival, like, whatever. Like, so, I went and, you know, basically what I was going to do was, we bought the 2-day tickets, because the 2-day tickets came with the Vanilla Ice concert. Because Vanilla Ice did, like, an hour concert.
I don't want any part of that.
To be honest with you, fire. Because
Really?
Fire. So he only did 2 of his own songs.
I didn't really like his stuff.
He only did 2 of his own songs.
Yeah.
And basically what he did was, because it was like a Collecticon, it was like a 90s theme. It was like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon.
Oh, don't tell me he did Pokemon theme song.
He did, first off. But he also did covers of 90s bands, early 2000s bands. So he did like Poison.
Okay.
He did, not Play the Funky Music. He did Poison. He did, what was that other one he did? He did, a Coolio song. I think it was Gangster's Paradise or another one that he did.
I've heard that song before.
So he did a Ben's Marquis song.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you do. Everybody knows the Ben's Marquis song. It's the one that's like, it's called Just a Friend. And you say he's
just a friend.
Alright, it's Ben's Marquis.
And you say he's just a friend.
Ben's Marquis, right? So
Yeah.
he did like a shout out to him. He did a shout out to Coolio. He did a shout out. He did Petey Pablo. Like basically everybody from the '90s that like was like super
Fire.
popular. And he did covers of them. So like, you know,
That's kinda
Vanilla
cool.
Ice. It was actually fire. I ain't even gonna lie, bro.
Pretty cool.
I will say he did call out Eminem. We seen it live. Me and RJ seen this shit live. We were at the Comic-Con festival.
What the fuck you call that Eminem for?
It was Collecticon in Charlotte last weekend. Me and RJ were there, and he didn't call him out, right? He didn't call out Eminem, but as he was performing, he said that he paved the way for rappers like Eminem. And that was the only one that he said. So, like, to me, that's kind of calling him out.
I don't think that's true, though.
I'm not going to lie. Like, he was the first white rapper. Like, single solo artist rapper.
I think they were right around the same time frame.
Him
so he didn't
and Marky
really...
Mark. No, he was before. Marky Mark and Vanilla
Oh, no.
Ice were actually out in the late 80s, early 90s, and Eminem
So was Eminem.
Eminem didn't drop till like 94.
But early 90s. So it's not really paving a way.
Late 80s.
But you... To say he was paving a way for
No doubt.
Eminem...
I'm not. Alright, I'm not standing by Vanilla Ice's
I know.
comment.
I'm
'cause
just
I'm
saying.
a fucking Eminem fan till the day I die.
Absolutely.
But-
Eminem was like the only rapper I listened to for
Till
a
the day I
long while.
fucking die. First CD ever. 2 first CDs ever. My mom
Absolutely.
bought me.
Absolutely.
Fucking 8 Mile.
Fantastic.
Censored because my mom was
No,
trying.
I didn't have censored.
My mom was trying to make sure I was a good kid. She bought me the censored 8 Mile
I didn't
version,
have censored.
and she bought me the I Am Not a Human Lil Wayne CD.
I was in 5th grade.
Fire.
I got that CD taken away from me.
So, we go there. It's a Collecticon festival. Like it's a Saturday Sunday thing. We pay $45 a ticket for the 2-day ticket.
Mm-hmm.
So for one ticket, it was like $20 for the ticket, and the concert was like $25. 2-day ticket was $45.
Okay.
Right.
I could have seen you there.
So when we went, I seen you and Kevin. Anyway.
Oh, they were there?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we get there, and there's hella people there selling like Pokemon cards.
Kevin.
Talk Kevin.
Oh, his roommate.
Yeah.
The one who's touchy.
Yeah. So we get there. People are selling Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Magic Quest cards, and dice.
I've always wanted to like look into that.
But I don't know about
It's
Magic
complicated
Quest.
as fuck.
Yeah, my people's play Dungeons and Dragons, but I can't get into it.
No, you need to play Dungeons and Dragons with real people.
Regardless, right?
Real people.
We get there, and what I was planning on doing was Saturday, I was going to like walk around the vendors and get all the Pokemon cards that I wanted. Because what I had planned was I was going to buy cheap, non-graded Pokemon cards that I wanted, like personally for my deck, and a couple that like so my cousin's favorite Pokemon.
Do you
I
have
got
a
them.
Pokemon deck?
Oh, bro.
Why have you not brought it over here?
I
Why
literally
have we
just-
not dueled?
Because I just learned how to duel like last year.
I could have taught you. It's
Um,
very simple.
I haven't built a deck yet.
You
but-
just said you had a deck.
Oh, dude, I have like 400 cards in my house.
No,
And I don't have
a deck.
I haven't built one. I have to go through my cards. I have to separate my duel. Anyway.
Okay.
Anyway. So what my plan
You
was.
see, this is why we're friends. We can go off on any tangent. It doesn't matter what tangent it is.
My plan was Saturday I was going to buy all the cards that I needed, and the voice actors for Jiraiya Sensei.
That's fucking awesome.
Eevee. It was so...
Eevee?
Yeah, from Pokemon. Eevee?
Yeah, the Pokemon. Eevee.
Yeah, so apparently Eevee's voice was done by the same woman that did Nurse Joy's voice.
Oh, Nurse Joy?
And,
that's funny.
So Squirtle was there. The guy that did the voice actor for the English dub for Squirtle. Yep.
Squirtle.
They had the guy there that did Brock. They had Jiraiya Sensei. They had Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy's voice actor there.
Yes.
Alright, so right?
I love fucking Monkey D. Luffy.
So excited to meet all these people, right? And I was going to save Jiraiya Sensei for last.
Gotcha.
Because that's my dude, right?
Isn't Jiraiya like, in Black Clover, too?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's, what's the dude's name? Why am I drawing a blank?
I haven't watched it in a minute, man. I'm not sure. You're the one that put me on it.
Dude,
the captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What's his name?
I don't know. I haven't watched it in a minute. I've been watching too many animes. But anyway.
Yeah, keep going. I'm gonna think.
They're there. And I'm saving Jiraiya Sensei for last so I can, like, nerd out completely, 100%. So my plan was I had some people, like, my two homies, their favorite Pokemon are Umbreon. So what I was going to do was I was going to get the lady that did Eevee's voice to sign, like, a sleeve for the Pokemon card and then just give it to them as, like, a gift. And then I was also going to get Squirtle, the guy that did Squirtle's voice, to sign a Squirtle sleeve for my cousin, because her second favorite Pokemon is Squirtle, first is Snorlax. You know what I'm saying? I was going to, like, go down the line, you know what I mean?
Of course.
I get in line, and I'm going to do Eevee first, because it's, like, the shortest line, and I'm going to just try to go ahead and get it knocked out. To
Yummy!
Yeah. So I'm just trying... Yeah.
That is him? Okay.
So, I was going to wait in line, I was going to get Eevee's fucking signature first, just because, like, I had a couple cards for her to sign. Like, I was going to get her to sign, like, 3, like, sleeves for cards, and then, you know what I'm saying, leave. Didn't really think anything of it. I get there, and the lady that's, like, you know, basically getting everything set up to where all old girl has to do is either, like, take a picture or sign some shit, you know, pay, like, her manager or whatever. She tells me that it's $40 for a signature, $50 for a picture and a signature, per signature.
Yeah, no, that's how it normally works, actually.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think that's how it normally works, because my father-in-law went to a thing where they were showing Optimus Prime's truck, like a replica truck. It's not the one that they actually used. No, you're good. Yeah. But, and then one of the guys from Dukes of Hazzard was there, and it was like $70 for a picture, $80 for a picture and a signature. And so that's apparently that's how it normally works.
And you know, I didn't know that. And so for me personally, I lost a lot of respect for like the anime game, like not even the anime game, but like voice actors.
The voice
right?
actors.
Because like for me, if you do the math, there were so many fucking people in there, right? Mm-hmm. So we'll say that this place, because it was right beside the Bojangles Coliseum, right? We'll say that this place, on average, can hold realistically, we'll say what, like 5,000 people?
Yeah.
Comfortably. We'll say 5 to 10, because it's like a Coliseum.
Yeah.
Not a Coliseum, but
amphitheater.
No, it was right beside the Bojangles Coliseum, so it was indoors, but it was like
oh, it was just the outskirts of the actual amphitheater, right?
No, it was indoors. It was like
right
next to the amphitheater.
Like it's the hallways and shit.
Yeah, I'm guessing. Yeah. That makes sense. Kind of like an auditorium is what
That's
it
what
like.
they did for the Comic-Con up in Concord that we went to.
That's kind of what it looked like. Now that you say that. Kind of, so, but you know how spacious that is. We'll say 5,000 people.
Yeah, if that. Like, I would say probably about 3.
Even at 3, right? Mm-hmm. We'll do the math at 3,000. You do 3,000 times, if somebody bought a 2-day ticket, that's $40. Mm-hmm. But if somebody only bought a 1-day ticket, right? But if you do a 1-day ticket, then you're flipping and you're having to do more than 3,000 because, you know, there's going to be different people coming on the second day. So if you do an average of, because I've done the math, dude, it really bothers the fuck out of me. Right, I'm so serious. If you do...
Well, to get in the venue, though, they don't get any of that.
Doesn't. Listen to the math of this shit, right? I've already thought about all of that. You
a signature from them.
Well, just your ticket for the venue to get in.
They don't get that.
But it doesn't matter.
Well, I mean...
What was you saying? Like, right?
But the thing is, too, they have to pay for a booth. They have to spend money to come there to set up a booth. You have to literally buy your way into the Comic-Con.
Understandable.
But it's only like $135.
Doesn't even matter, right? Just hear me out.
All right, you keep talking. I gotta piss.
All right, because
I can hear you.
It's been bothering the fuck out of me, right?
I got you. Go ahead. Drop in.
So if you do, I'm gonna do the math real fast. I'm on my phone. Whatever. You do 3,000 times 40. It was actually $45 a ticket plus whatever site that they third partied charged you a $5 service fee, right? So it was like $110 for 2 tickets for both days. Because I bought me and my homie's ticket and then he paid me back cash, right? So we'll just average it out at what the ticket has cost, $45.
I don't feel like you can add the... Are you just...
This $45
totaling
flat. That's flat.
Are you totaling the entire cost of the weekend? Or
yes, because
how much they're making?
You're doing an average of 3,000 people.
Okay.
If those 3,000 people came both days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bought the 2-day ticket.
Yeah.
Because if you do anything more than that when it comes to math, if you say that only half of those people bought a 1-day ticket and half of those people bought a 2-day ticket, then you're going to have to do half of those people that didn't come the second day. They filled those spots with a 1-day ticket for somebody that just bought a ticket for Sunday. So to keep the math even and easy, you just do, let's say if the place can hold 3,000 people, let's say those 3,000 people bought a 2-day ticket so that way they could fill the place up for 2 days, right? So we're just saying that on average, they maxed out capacity both days, right?
Yeah, they definitely did.
Exactly, at 3,000 people. So if you do that math, that's $135,000.
That zero goes to the people that are in the venue, though.
What I'm saying, right?
That's just to rent the place out. And then the guy who threw on the promotion gets a portion of everything.
Right? So, bro, even at $135,000, realistically, how much did it take them to rent that place for 2 days?
Probably about 50.
50 what? Thousand? Really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming that because that place probably doesn't get that much business because
it gets a lot of conventions. That's how they cover the bills throughout the year.
But they're only using part of an area. So like in our reality, like I was thinking maybe 20,
probably
25,
probably 50, because it's overpriced as fuck. Because there's celebrities coming in and people are gonna nerd out, so it's probably about 50.
Bro, and then they do the whole like you have to pay to park there, which is only $10, but that's 3,000. Let's say 3,000 people. Let's say people ride in a car of 4. That's 3,000 divided by 4 times 10. On top of the 135,000. Plus they do.
That still goes to the venue. That doesn't go to the people in there.
I'm saying though.
Yeah.
All that money. So like when you rent a venue out, you pay for it up front. They can't. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay.
You pay for that. So if it's $50,000, you pay that $50 up front. They don't make any more. Everything else from that is
the promoter pays out the venue, right?
Buys it all out clean.
Yes, buys it all clean.
That's what I'm saying. So it's
and
one
then
bid.
It's one promoter.
So let's say that's $50,000.
That's one promoter, and then people have to buy booths to put their shit up. So whoever buys and pays for a booth, it doesn't matter how popular you are. You have to buy a booth.
Even if they're $150 a booth.
No, it's only like $150 max.
That's what I'm saying. Even if it's $150 a booth, they only had 10 people there. So that's only $1,500.
But the promoter still gets all the parking sales. He gets a portion of everything that they sell as well. Yeah.
What I don't understand is that's a lot of money spent right there in one weekend.
Oh yeah.
How?
Well, you got to think too. Like this is a rarity for people that big coming in our area.
For sure. For sure, which I understand, like, you know, like $20, you know what I'm saying? Like, cool, but like $40 per signature, and I get, like, okay, so, like, if you were to go get, like, a graded card signed, and it's signed by the voice actor, like, I get that brings the value of the card up, and it's significant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Significant.
I get that, you know what I mean? But, like,
significant.
Like, even the little bullshit things that they had on the table right in front of them that they make 1,000 of, that everybody in front of you got one of. They're charging $50 for them just to sign that and give it to you, and it's like so much money was spent.
It is, but at the same time, you got to realize that
people were waiting in line literally the entire day.
I know,
bro.
but think about it this. You're thinking about
times 42.
You're thinking about it from the customer's point.
You thought about it. Each individual booth made 135,000 too, because you're doing that 3,000.
Say there's 3,000 people there. Not all 3,000 people are going to do that.
I feel like at least they're going to do at least one of them.
Yeah, that's why the prices are so high though, because there's no guarantee. And they have to pay a portion, and they have to spend their time traveling. They have to pay for their travel, and then after this Comic-Con's up, they got to go to the next one, and then they got to go to the next one, and then they got to go to the next one. So they have to pay for food, a place to stay, people to set up their booth if they don't do it themselves, and then they have to pay for arrangements to move all their stuff, to store all their stuff, and then pay them good so they don't fuck it up.
As a person.
So it's complicated.
As a person, as a man, right?
Yeah. We
work 40 hours a week, if not more, at least.
Oh yeah.
Right? You know what I'm
saying? you work more.
You're telling me that if I make a weekly paycheck of $1,000, these people made that with like 10 signatures?
Yeah. It pays to be famous.
Jesus Christ. Like,
dude,
you know, how expensive is your travel?
Look at it this way. Think about if Henry Cavill came. Think how much he could charge for one signature. Henry Cavill could charge $1,000 for a signature, and he would get it. Henry Cavill, from being The Witcher alone, not Superman. That's not even counting Superman. The Witcher alone would get $1,000 for one signature. Hands down. Because then they're going to resell it because it's on a unique piece that nobody else has. And blah,
and
blah,
I get
blah,
that,
blah,
but
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
alright. So that breaks it down to people fucking it up.
Exactly. And it's they have to make it worth their while to even come out.
Boy, 10 signatures?
I know. It sucks. We're in the wrong industry.
Boy.
Hey, you know what we need to do?
And I get it. I'm bitching. Like, it was my first one. Like, I know what to expect next time.
Yeah, I've been to a
couple.
couple. I've been to a couple.
It's just like, boy, like,
yeah.
Signature.
Guess who was there first Comic-Con I went to? Take a wild guess. Not animated actor either. Not a voiceover. Think Childhood Memories, one of the most popular TV shows.
Dude, I ain't even know. I was gonna say somebody from Wild Boys, but I know it's not that. What is it? I never watched TV like that. What is it? I didn't watch TV like that, dog. We had 3 channels growing up. It was either Nickelodeon, or the news.
It was not Nickelodeon.
We had fucking Lifetime for a while.
Okay, so we didn't have TV. We had VHS.
Yeah, we had those too.
We had VHS. So, what plays a VHS? What do you put a VHS in to play?
Player?
Huh?
We call them VHS players.
Nope. It has a name. It's 3 letters.
I call them VHS players.
Well, you know what it is. You just don't remember that you know what it is.
We used to call them.
What's the actual thing that's in the store when you were going to buy it on a VHS player?
No idea.
It was a VCR.
Oh.
Yeah, that's lost memory.
Video cassette
VCR bowl.
Boy, that shit blew me away, man.
Dude.
Literally, so much money was made there, and it was like,
God.
And like, with the vendors that actually like had to pay for their spot to sell their cards, like there was at least fucking 100, like not 100, we'll say realistically 50 of them. So the place itself made $250,000, just the venue.
Mm-hmm.
So you're telling me with that $250,000 you couldn't pay everybody to be there and sit there for, so for us, what would be like a 10-hour shift, because it opened, not even 10 hours, it opened at 10 and closed at 6.
Why?
So you paid them an hourly wage to sign shit. But I'm just saying, right?
Why would you?
But I'm saying, if you thought about it like that,
exactly,
their hourly wage is literally still like $400 an hour.
It's not worth it to them. And to pay each individual, say they got 10 people and they're paying $4,000. That's $40,000 out of pocket just for them people to be there. And then you got to think about like Jiraiya. You can't pay Jiraiya the same thing you're paying fucking the voice of Eevee.
You gotta be, bro.
No.
Monkey D. Luffy was there too.
Monkey D. Luffy is
That's a female.
big. What? Is it the same chick that does Naruto? Because she does like Kid Naruto?
Maybe.
I think
she
it is.
had a big list behind her.
I think it is.
Yeah. Ash Ketchum is by a girl too?
Yeah, I knew that one.
Weird.
Yeah. You know Pikachu is a girl too?
Yeah. I pictured that though.
Yeah.
Ash Ketchum, I guess the adolescent boy, I guess. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's that voice, that scratchy.
Doesn't crack.
Yeah. It doesn't crack. We ain't talking about black, alright?
Hey,
I crack all the time.
Gator elbows.
Hey, so let's get off anime nerd shit because we've already spent an hour on that. Let's get into the conspiracy theories that you have actually prepared for this episode.
Man, so the UFO, that shit had me, you know what I'm saying? Like,
what are you talking about? Which UFO?
The fact that we actually had like a Supreme Court hearing about
UFOs. Yeah. You were saying that earlier.
Nobody knows about it.
Yeah.
That's what had me, like, that's kind of what I, like, prepared on, but honestly, like, we're going to talk about everything else. Like, that's all I heard. Like, I really haven't done any detailed, like, research on it because in all reality, what I heard, the video that I seen was, like, a 30-minute clip, and, like, the Supreme Court, like, the actual hearing itself apparently lasted for, like, an hour and a half, 2 hours, but the 30-minute clip that I watched was literally just, like,
all the highlights.
Yeah, and it was just like councilmen going up and talking about like how I think they're gonna have like an open network now to where they can like like back in the day whenever you would call in and say you've seen aliens, they would just send out like your local police or whatever. Like they're gonna start like
Men in Black.
Yeah, they're gonna start like I guess like taking those things like more seriously. And
how do we not know that there already is that, and they're just kind of announcing it that this is what it is?
I'm telling you,
that Bob Lazar shit seems pretty legit, if you ask me. Element 115 or some shit like that.
It's just crazy. Like you got to think about it, right?
I don't know.
In 2000. 15?
Well, I think the aliens were getting mad because we weren't talking about podcasts. That's what, or about conspiracy theories. That's why they're making the lights go off. So I'm just saying.
I'm telling
every time you're fucking on, I swear. Well, nothing happened last time, but 50% of the time was 3, 2 out of 3,
2/3.
What he said.
66, I think.
I don't care about that. That's too many sixes. I don't like it.
Yeah.
One more 6 and I ain't happy.
I'm not into all that. But like, bro, talk about conspiracies. Like, I'll be honest with you. The biggest thing that I've been on lately is like, I've been thinking about curses a lot lately, and it's not like curse on me, curse on you, anything like that. But just like, I've been watching like honestly Jujutsu Kaisen, and like they talk about
fucking fantastic.
And
show.
they talk about curses like.
Is season 2 out yet?
I don't know.
Damn it.
They talk about like curses being like just like basically built up like discretion or like not anger but like hatred or like just like bad thoughts about certain
bad
things.
juju.
Yes, like the Volcano Head guy. He was based on he was based on like people's fear of volcanoes, and then there's the other person that was based on like the guy that had no eyes that had like roots hanging out of his head. He was based on people's fear of like the forest. Like it's just been bugging me lately because like we went to the mountains not too long ago, and
yes,
me and
we did.
Me and my homie Cam, whenever we were riding around, we were riding around up there at the Dragon Cell. We were talking about it, like, you know, the darkness up there is just different. Like, you can just tell.
It is not
shit.
the same.
You can just tell some shit going on out there just by the feeling and by like.
Oh yeah.
You know, people. You know, for me, like
also as well the pressure. It's less, way less pressure up there.
It's scary as fuck. Like personally, like as somebody who likes to think that they're like pretty in tune or whatever, like. Being out in the darkness has never really bothered me growing up because there's always some sort of like starlight or some sort of like moon reflection or something that'll allow you to see at least within 5 feet in front of you. But like out there, bro, that darkness is wicked.
That darkness,
it's literally darkness, brung. Like it's got to be brung among the forest. Like that's not just darkness that naturally occurs. That's got to be some shit out there that's like I hate to say it like that, but some shit that's out there like. Bringing that shit upon the forest.
Well,
like,
also it's darkness because there's no light pollution. It is strictly dark.
So where I grew up, we had 15 acres with no street lights. But even when we turned all the lights off in the house, elevation. I'm saying when we turned all the lights off in the house and all the fucking lights off outside, like closest street light to us was at least 800 yards away, and at least out there the stars would like. Shine your way at least 5 foot in front of you, but out there, man, it's just eerie.
It's because there's no what's it called, pollution. There's not as much pollution up there that they can reflect off of. Man. So it is like what it's supposed to look like.
And then like,
and it is eerie.
Another conversation that we had out there was like, I don't like that. I'm gonna stop talking about.
No, there's a haircut on.
Oh, good. Word.
Word.
Like out
Where's
there.
Sasquatch again? We're in a different location,
like,
but maybe he'll find us.
Out in the mountains, like you gotta think about it. Like they have the highest points ever and the lowest points ever. I can understand not getting like service at the very bottom of a valley, but you can't tell me that we aren't intelligent enough and technical like have enough technology to build like. Cell phone reception out there in the woods. I think they do that on purpose.
No, it's not on purpose. It's just a pain in the ass, and it's
on purpose, bro.
Expensive.
We were having that conversation, like
who?
Me and Cam. Whenever we were riding around, we were just like
and we were worried about y'all.
Yeah,
Jackass.
We were having that conversation. It was like, bro. I think personally. Personal conspiracy that like I haven't heard from anybody. It's just my thought on it is, you know, back in the 70s you always have these movies and you have this assumption that like the government was like always had these like underground bunkers that we were smoking marijuana in, or you know, like Pineapple Express.
Yeah,
you know,
Pineapple Express.
We were, like,
illegal.
You know what I'm saying? Like those conspiracies are real. That the government was actually out here testing in like vacant locations in Nevada and shit.
Oh yeah.
So for me personally, all right, if you don't want to believe in witches and you don't want to believe in dark magic living out in the forest, which is my number one conspiracy about why it's so eerie and dark out there and why they can't get cell phone service or any of that shit. But if you don't want to believe that one, the second one that we came up with that we talked about is the fact that like maybe they don't want cell phone service or any kind of like
interference
because that's where they're now choosing to test.
Yeah.
Because they're like, fuck Nevada, fuck the desert. People know about like Area 21. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
like
Lord, you getting a call?
It's okay. People know about all this shit now, and they're like, you know, we have fucking Brad and Chad that are like going live and trying to storm Area 51.
I know, right?
So now let's put it in the middle of the forest, and that's where we're gonna test and do all of our shit. To where it's like hard to get to. If you get to it, usually you're either by yourself or you're in a pack of like 5 or less, because nobody hikes in more than a pack of 5 unless you're serial killers anyway.
Unless you're storming the Capitol.
That's what I'm saying. And you know, other than that, like. It's very easily controlled.
It is, but
that's so like weird to think about. But I feel like that's where all the shit goes down.
Also, think how many people are out there.
A lot.
No,
bro.
Population-wise.
You ever looked at the population of like the outskirts between Asheville and Gatlinburg?
It's not that big.
It's a lot.
It's a lot to us, but look at the population of Union County alone. It is at least 3 times bigger.
Look up the population of Marshville, North Carolina, and I
Marshall. We ain't talking about Marshall. We got shit service out here too.
I guarantee you can get Wi-Fi.
Yeah, you can get Wi-Fi up there too.
Not out there in the mountains.
Yeah, you can.
When you're hiking and
you
shit.
You gotta build a house and put Wi-Fi in it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
they have it out there though. That's what I'm saying. You gotta think about it. They're not gonna do it for no reason either. Like the cell phone tower, the population in the woods. There's not many people in the woods.
Boy, I think that as
I'm playing devil's advocate. If you don't get it,
you're good. I'm also saying that for the number one area for most people to go missing to be around national parks, we should have at least some sort of cell phone service better out there.
You would think. Have you? I know I told you already about the missing 411s.
I'm just saying, and so for the fact that they don't.
Exactly. Well, the thing is I think it comes back more to cost because they don't see the benefit of it. But think about hiking up a fucking mountain. I feel like that's pretty important if you get stuck and you don't have cell phone service.
That's what I'm saying. For most of our population to go missing
in the mountains or in national parks.
I feel like if that's the case, we should be doing better. I mean, we spend a lot of money.
That's what I'm saying.
We spend a lot of money on keeping California from burning.
You know what we also spend a lot of money on? Other fucking countries.
Why can't we spend a little bit more money here and get cell phone service while we're hiking so we can take dope pictures and post them on Instagram?
Yeah, and then when we get yeeted by a Sasquatch, you can track us.
Track. Life 360.
Life 360, son.
Just saying.
But also, it's like, those aren't part of the government as well. Like, these are private.
But it's all government properties.
No, it's national parks. So
government property.
Well, public property. It's not government property. Government property is property you can't go on. Public property is owned by the government, but it's public.
I'm just saying that.
Like, Area 51 is government owned. It's not public property.
I'm just saying that on the Blue Ridge Parkway. Alright, so.
The Blue Ridge Parkway. Gorgeous.
In Tennessee and in North Carolina.
Yeah.
You have separate charges when it comes to marijuana.
Oh.
Separate penalties.
Oh, do you?
And marijuana, it's decriminalized in North Carolina up to half an ounce, to where it's just a citation and a fine.
Okay.
If you have less than half an ounce, and it's not like.
How much is a half an ounce? Let's be honest. I don't know what that
14
is.
14 grams.
Like, what does it look like? Like, how big? Because I have no clue.
Show you later.
No, I mean like size-wise, like this, like that big.
It depends.
Bag?
I mean, to be honest with you, it depends on the bud. Like, you have fluffy bud, you have like rock bud.
I don't know. I think average, like the average Joe don't know shit about it. Like what is the size comparison? Is it like this big, or is it like a little bitty?
For me, half ounce could probably fit in my hand if I made like a comfortable little amount.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, to be honest, it kind of is like...
That's a lot.
It's a lot more than what you said. But
yeah.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
But more tobacco, though.
All tobacco.
If you had real weed, I mean, we'd be in trouble. But
be a lot of trouble.
Good thing you only have tobacco.
You know, they sell a lot of hemp around here, too.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
They do. There's actually hemp farms in Waxhaw.
Where?
There's one over near, it's not really in Waxhaw. It's technically considered Vanway.
Off topic anyway. But, okay, so going back to topic. Right.
Yes. Those are my two conspiracies.
So, those conspiracy theories,
I feel
you think what, the CIA or the FBI or what?
Not even at this point to where we're at in this life in society. It could be private corporations that just bought land and decided that that's where they're going to test their newest products until it becomes public. I'm so serious.
Hey, no, I believe you.
Because all that
but
land
let's
is
think
for
about
sale.
it this way, too, as well. Like, have you ever heard of Project Midnight Moon? CIA?
I'm not.
So, our government, well, CIA isn't government, is it?
I mean, technically.
But it's like a separate faction of government because it's not controlled by the government. Like, same with the FBI, it's not controlled by the government. It's its own entity.
Yeah, but
like kind of like the Federal Reserve. It's not controlled by the government. It's its own entity. But the government has persuasion on it, but not control.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Operation Midnight Moon. Basically what they did was set up a brothel.
mm-hmm.
The CIA set up their own fucking brothel. You can look. This is open information. You can literally Google search this. Freedom of Information Act now. They set up a brothel where they were testing people with acid.
Yeah.
Because they were using it as a mind control thing. But it was a brothel, so there were dudes that were doing illegal shit, fucking these ladies, and they would give them a drink, and it was acid.
Have you ever
And also Project Midnight Moon.
Yeah, so they're black and white videos?
Yes.
Yeah, so that video has been turned into a dubstep song.
Oh.
I'm so serious. So that's how I found out about it. So like literally what you're talking about, like what you're talking about, where she's like sitting there and she's like, you don't feel it, like you don't feel everything like around you, like that black and white video of that girl where they do the before and after. No. There's an actual like dubstep song that people use as like a transition song in their music that is literally that. It's that actual like recording, and it's literally like at the beginning of the recording, it's like, this is a person being tested on LSD, and then it has her voice come over the screen, and it's like, you don't feel it, you don't feel everything around you, and it's literally like it's fire, bro. Like literally, because of the dubstep song, I looked it up and found the video and found that video, and that's the only video I've ever seen of that. But
that's the thing though. It's I didn't even know there was videos of it, but you can literally go Google search it, and you can pull up the entire file where they were like, they're basically trying to control people, like mind control.
Yeah. So like
that's what they were trying to do.
What is it? There's another term that people use for it when it comes to like the government and mind control. It's there's like it's a project something or
Project Blue Book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one.
No, Project Blue Book was Manson was a part of those.
Yeah.
Charles
mind
Manson.
control.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they taught you. You know they fucking taught that psycho motherfucker how to do it. And he was doing it to his followers and telling them to go murder people.
That's how. I mean, dude. Like I watched the.
Like if we have proof of that, what the fuck are they doing now?
Well, and that's another thing about like national forests and shit. Like I told you about that conspiracy about like how I heard old dude bring it up, and like it's not like. I don't even know if it's like a big thing. I heard him talk about it, and it kind of got me interested in it. But it's like, imagine if there are people that went like into the woods because they committed heinous crimes or like whatever. They just wanted to get off the map, so they moved into a national forest because they know it's safe, and they just live out there, right?
Yeah. Well,
whatever. Let's just say they live out there, right? Let's just say they're.
It takes a doohickey just to come over here. That way we're not having to.
You're good. I ain't stressing it. My roommates are keeping them occupied.
Ooh, come over here. Shit, I'd love to see him.
It's all good. Shit, I ain't gonna make him leave. I ain't stressing.
Tell him I'll give him a hug. Good old dwarf hug. Come here, Volker.
By the time he gets over here, we'll be fucking.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up on here. Go out there, have a fire, be chill.
My roommate wants to have some drinks tonight. He actually bought him a bottle. I told him I'd come home and get drunk with him.
Lame. Tell him to come over to that.
Boy, that's a lot of drinking and driving. I want to be the only one drinking and driving.
We'll have a park. It'll be alright.
I'm telling you. Nah, but like it's crazy because like if the guy brought up the conspiracy that if there are people out there living in national forest, obviously there's some sort of like incest going on, just like in West Virginia. That's been proven.
Yes. Yeah. Did you see that dog, dude?
That's what I'm saying.
God almighty.
So let's just say that's happening.
What the fuck is that?
The guy's conspiracy is that there are like, let's say that there are like villages or whatever of these people that live out in the outskirts of places that aren't even like hiked or whatever.
Yeah, places that are missed.
Let's
very
say
easily.
Well, let's say that those people actually have like a legible or like an intelligent like kid at any point in time in the lineage of
I mean, there's possible. It's well over the possibilities of
But if it happens,
the
conspiracy is that they take those people and they make them park rangers.
Because I saw that. I where the fuck did I hear that?
Because if they become park rangers, then they can
protect them.
And they can keep them as like, hey, this is starting to become more of like a tourist area. Y'all need to kind of like
drift off the other way.
You know what I'm saying? So like, that was actually really like intriguing to me because like I had never thought about it, but like.
But think about how fucking awkward park rangers are.
I was just about to say, have you ever met a park ranger?
Yes.
I met one.
They're fucking weird.
I've met one, and and not only that, right? If you have never met a park ranger, can you imagine, right, riding around your entire career, hours upon hours upon hours a day in the woods by yourself in a truck with no radio service? Not even the fucking static radio would pick up. You would have to listen to your own cassette tapes or CDs or nothing.
Or phone. They're probably aux cords now.
What service? You gonna download something on your phone?
Yeah, I mean, music all on my phone
Yeah,
downloaded.
so, that's true. But like, other than that, you're gonna listen to your same playlist every day. There's no like, most people when they get home they don't really listen to music. Like for me, I listen to music all the time. So
I listen to music all the time.
My playlist is constantly like building.
Yeah.
But for most people, when they get home, they got lives, they got kids, they got wives, whatever. So like,
I listen to music.
But I'm just saying, like so most people listen to music while they're either at work or on their commute. And that's why a lot of people listen to the radio because it's just easier. They just get up, turn their favorite radio station on, and they ride to work. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I still enjoy radio stations every now and then. Mm-hmm. Can you imagine riding around in a truck every day for hours, only listening to like your own downloaded music and looking at the woods? If you weren't crazy when you took the job, you'd be crazy.
Exactly. They're fucking weird though. They're like, what?
But can quote you every.
What do you do?
But can quote you every fucking law and every rule and every procedure in the book.
All of them at the same time.
Boy,
they'll be talking with this hand and this hand and this mouth.
Yeah, but when it comes to like being like what we'll call like a normal human, social skills
are lacking. Not good. Yeah, no, that I actually heard that one fairly recently. It's been a minute.
I seen it on TikTok. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was a guy on TikTok. I seen it on my For You page, and like when I seen it, I saved it and I watched it like 15 more times, and I was like, bro.
You want to see the TikTok that I saved? It's not conspiracy theory. It just fucking it hits home harder than you think. For me, in particularly, let's see if you can tell why. I'll go ahead and turn it up, but then it keeps popping up over and 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 over again. The same TikTok, the same one. Well, not the same one. Like the audio is used in like a different video and whatnot, but like that. But every time I hear it, it just every time. That's exactly how I feel. Every time it comes on, I'm like, hey. It's rough, dude. Like I said it to my little sister, she didn't even respond. That's how deep.
This was kind of tough. I saw this quote.
Walk off screen.
It said,
I want to do sad shit on screen.
now I have to remember you for longer than I've known you.
That's fucked up. I don't know why you on screen.
Right here. That right here.
I don't cry. I don't want to.
I don't cry either. But that I gotta walk around on because every time.
It's fucked up.
Every time, dude.
He put me on spot like that.
Yeah. I don't know. You brought it up, but every time I fucking.
That's how it works, man.
Yeah. It don't matter. It doesn't matter what I'm doing, but it could come on while I'm having the best day of my life, and as soon as that comes on, it's not good.
Boy. Takes a little dude. That's a long way.
He said, "I'll get the fuck out of here." He got me in my fucking feels.
Sad shit, bro. about doing this. I'll tell people I'm on the way.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't even left yet.
Yeah, you told me that a couple times. It's like, yeah, boy, I'm on the way. It's been an hour. You ain't here yet.
If you know me, I'll tell you I'm on the way as I'm getting dressed. Guarantee I'm going to take 2 shots before I leave the house. Guaranteed at least 2. Takes like 10 minutes. And then I'm out.
Yeah. But this has been a fantastic episode. We're at an hour and 30. And it feels like we've only been doing it for like 20, 30 minutes.
If I was not rushing because I have people at my house waiting on me, we would do 2.5 hours.
Shit, I'll come with you. I'll just come with you. Go to your house.
Party out. I gotta make it home though because they're waiting on me. I do apologize.
Oh no, you
It's
good.
been fire though.
Yeah, it's been a good. This is probably my second favorite one. The first one was probably my favorite because of Bigfoot.
I like Bigfoot.
Because Bigfoot came.
And the goddamn ghost. I don't like talking about shit like that because I'm a firm believer as if like speaking it into existence. I don't even want to know.
Did we just become best friends?
I don't even want to know. If you're out there, stay there. Don't fuck with me. I'm good.
No. Well, Chris, this has been a fucking honor.
Of course, bro.
Absolutely.
You want to do one more?
Absolutely. I gotta finish her off.
One more.
Let's see how much. Yeah, I can do it. So, yes, sir. Y'all drink and finish her with us.
Like and subscribe, fuckers.
That should be the fucking intro. Like and subscribe, fuckers.
I'm telling you, if you know me, you either gonna get a "Hey, how are you?" or if ain't nobody told you today, fuck you.
We'll catch you guys back on the next episode. Who knows when he'll be back, but enjoy him while he's here. Peace.